Hello, Wisdom in Christ family. So today we are reading in the Book of Mormon in Mosiah chapter 1, and we're reading in verse 17. Therefore, as they were unfaithful, they did not prosper nor progress in their journey, but were driven back and incurred the displeasure of God upon them. And therefore they were smitten with famine and sore afflictions, to stir them up in remembrance of their duty. So whenever we stop being faithful towards God, whenever we try to do things our own way and reject God, then He starts to remind us who's in charge. And this is the way that God works. He's not going to bless you if you're not living within the laws that He has established. Now, God sees weakness differently than He sees rebellion. So if you have weakness, maybe you have questions that you're looking for answers to, that's a whole different thing. But if you're completely in rebellion against God, if you're trying to take people away from God, if you're teaching things completely contrary to the gospel, then you will receive the displeasure of God. He'll start to pull away those blessings. It says right here, to stir them up in remembrance of their duty. So He will bring upon you afflictions and different things to help you remember of your duty. And this is really a good thing. In fact, you should be thanking God for everything that comes in your life. The good things, the bad things, as hard as it is, He's trying to teach you through it all. He's using the good and the bad to teach you so that you can learn how to lean on Him completely. At first, it kind of feels wild and crazy, and it's going to feel like that throughout times through your whole life anyways, but you start to kind of learn how to lean on God instead of your own wisdom and your own knowledge. In the Bible, we're told that the wisdom of God is wiser than human wisdom. So whenever we think we know our way and we understand and we have the right answers to questions, or we think that we're smarter than the gospel, what the gospel teaches, the basic principles that are extremely easy to understand, if we think that we're better than those principles, or that our solutions and our answers are superior to God's answers, He will remind us. He will remind us with famine, with afflictions. He'll start to pull those blessings away to help us remember our duty as servants to Jesus Christ and God the Father. So don't forget this. The gospel principles are simple, they're straightforward, they're easy to understand. Love thy God with all thine heart, love thy neighbor as thyself, and then of course obey the commandments that God has established. And I'd like to tell you guys that I personally have experienced what it's like to leave the gospel, and when I was pretty young, I left the church. And I'm telling you right now, to try to do things on your own way with your own wisdom does not work. You can get certain things on your own, obviously, but that is really because of the grace of God in your life. Because ultimately, without God, you can't do anything. The only blessings you're getting when you're away from God still come from the grace of God. Trust me when I say that the wisdom of God is superior to human wisdom. His joy is much, much larger and greater than any joy you can experience on your own. And like I said, any joy that you do experience, if you were to try to leave the gospel, doesn't come from yourself. It comes from God. It's still from the grace of God that you're experiencing those things. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love the Book of Mormon. It's just full of so much good stuff in here, full of wisdom. The Book of Mormon and the Bible go hand in hand together. They're so powerful together, so I highly recommend that if you haven't heard of the Book of Mormon, I got a lot of people that subscribe to this channel for my Bible videos. Definitely check out the Book of Mormon. There's links in the description below. You can request a free Book of Mormon and get one of these sent to your house. You can also meet with the missionaries if you want to learn more about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love and appreciate you. And as always, peace be with you.